Hello everyone, this is Bryant with SFOT Source, your premier guide to Six Flags Over Texas. And I know it's been a while since we've been out here at the park. Things have been kind of crazy personally, but we're back out here to check things out. And we're actually kind of at the front end of the daily summer operation. So Viva La Fiesta is over. Unfortunately, we missed the end of that. But there's definitely things to check out. I want to see if they're getting ready for another event or festival because they've just been cranking those out one by one. We have to show you all the brand new log flume entrants, and we might try to see if we can get into Casa Magnetica today and give you all a look at that as well. So the other really big batch of news is that based off of the CDC recommendations, Six Flags is no longer requiring masks for those who are vaccinated, and they are strongly recommending that if you are not vaccinated, you continue to wear your mask. On top of that, starting Saturday, May 22nd, which is when I plan on dropping this video, you will no longer have to make a reservation to visit the park. So we're pretty much, make your decision if you want to wear your mask. You're more than welcome to. No one's going to tell you not to. I've been fully vaccinated for almost 2 months now, so I am going to opt out of it. Technically, today is still their mask mandate that they personally set for their company is still in effect. However, I don't know if it is still a thing. I mean, it is on paper, but I don't know if they're actively enforcing it. I saw a lot of staff members already at the parking booth not have them on. So it'll be interesting to see how that's going. Let's head into the park. And so if you've been keeping up with us, you would have remembered that there were temp scanning stations here at the front. Those are gone. So you just walk right in directly to security, and I've noticed that all of the COVID-related signage is also gone as well. So interesting. Looks like we're getting an early start on this. It's been a while since we've started our journey heading this way through the USA section and down to kind of the Gotham City part of the park. So let's do that. And of course, Viva La Fiesta is over, but it looks like you still kind of have the same entertainment lineup for now, and we'll see if that changes. And we have our answer right here. The next festival will be the Best of Texas Festival, and that lasts a very long time, May 28th through August 8th, so that'll be next weekend. This festival hasn't been around since like 2007, so this is kind of exciting. It's really cool to see them bringing it back. Of course, it has a refreshed logo, so very fun. So it looks like we have some changes happening here at the Aquaman Power Wave construction site. You can see that USA Refreshments and USA Dippin' Dots have actually been pushed up towards this way on the pathway. They used to be down that way, and I assume that they are prepping to get this turntable to fit into this design. So more exciting stuff here as well. Made our way down to the Gotham City section of the park, and another one of these guitars that they had out for Viva La Fiesta is here. So I wonder if maybe they'll just re-theme these and keep them out for Best of Texas, because it does, you know, in a weird way, kind of fit the theme if you make it work. So I like them. They're really cool. Ironically, they're still playing their COVID-related stuff on the speakers, but I can say I haven't really seen any signage, you know, enforcing any kind of distancing or masks or anything like that. And as you all can see today, it's really not a big deal. There's pretty much nobody here. I think maybe we'll jump on to Riddler Revenge here. Did want to wind around on the backside of the Aquaman Power Wave construction site. You can see nothing's really happening back there. I think that fence was bumped out because it is covering up the old pads of those two little restaurant stands, or food stands, food trailers, whatever you want to call them. So looks like they're still working on paper to make this turntable work. This is so random, but I never noticed that there's actually magnolia trees out here at the park, but these things smell good. And as we make our way into the Texas section, you can see over here across from the Gold River Adventure building is this Tiki Oasis stage, and you have the bar over here. It looks like they are going to continue with this through Best of Texas. I bet this will be a hopping place for entertainment and drinks. They've stripped away all of the Viva La Fiesta stuff, so I'm sure here within the next week or two, we'll have some new decor out here. Over here near Rodeo, you have the Jersey Lily building facade, and it does look like, I'm hoping they're working on getting a new roof on this. You can kind of see the wrap that goes under the shingles, so hopefully maybe this is some kind of assessment and they will be re-roofing this as well. There's been a lot of TLC in this park lately. And we showed you this during our last visit. Casa Magnetica is back, and here's the entrance. But also, on this side, you have the new entrance to El Aserradero, and then of course the exit to Flume 1 is right next to it. So if you want to ride the log ride, you got to come over here. And I want to know in the comments below, the layout for Flume 1 was actually the same layout as a different ride that once existed at the park, or I should say attraction. So let me know in the comments below if you know what attraction that is. And I'm not sure if Casa Magnetica will open today, but here's something we couldn't show you last time, which is some detail in the queue. You can see there's some pieces over there. There is a painting on the wall over there that we can't see, but then it looks like there is an upside down photo op to kind of go along with the Casa Magnetica theme, which is ironic considering they hunted me down and told me to put my camera away last time I was here. And it is worth noting that Flume 1, like we said, has reopened, and y'all can see that they're loading the boats right now, and it looks like they've given this kind of a fresh coat of paint here in the station. And it's just really good to see that they are working on maintaining this ride. And here's the former entranceway you would come up before you got into this main kind of queue house here. And we can kind of speculate a little bit, I think, on what's going on with that as well.
Download the app. Then select the location and pickup time. Choose your food and drink option.
Who doesn't love a classic Flume ride?
Online. When it's time, just...
So you can see here is the old entrance to the log ride, and there is this pathway to the left that leads you down to Titan. My assumption would be that maybe this is an effort to try and kind of expand this pathway, because this is a crazy choke point here, kind of redo the walking experience down to Titan. And the crowds are actually so low today. There's like 2 or 3 other people on the Six Flags Railroad with me, so this is going to be a nice peaceful stroll around the park.
And the park didn't want to have to maintain that anymore, so they went ahead and contacted the Rocky Mountain Construction. And in 2011, they opened up the 153-foot tall new Texas Giant, giving it all new steel track and twisting it up and giving it loads of airtime. The mighty fine German engineering of 10 tons horsepower. Top speed of 60 miles an hour and a height of 116 feet. Maximum G-force of 5.9 Gs. And even further to the left is the I-30. Apparently, back when Shockwave opened, I-30 used to have a whole bunch of accidents as people would just stare at the ride while they drive and end up rear-ending someone. Mark Borchie's an old maintenance guy, and he's still waiting on the Cowboys to win. On the left side and on the right side and all around us is the Runaway Mine Train. It opened in 1962 under the Railroad Company and was the world's second tubular steel roller coaster. It's the first roller coaster to go completely underwater.
It smells bad over here.
Coming up, we have a big tunnel here. Car goes through, make some noise. Car 1, make some noise. Car 2, make some noise.
Basement.
It's always nice to have a good train ride, especially when they have someone actually spieling and doing a great job. But you can see here, Courthouse Stage, no more Viva La Fiesta, but they are still doing entertainment here. Routed our way down into Old South over here by JB Smokehouse Barbecue, and you have the indoor roller coaster Runaway Mountain, and there is a construction wall here, and behind the construction wall is a concrete pad. So to me, that could be one of two things. One, they are adding some kind of sign back to this ride, an inappropriate sign, not, you know, like this little tiny guy over here, but like an actual cool themed sign. Or it's a food stand, but I don't know why it would be a food stand, so very interesting. But as y'all can see, just a concrete pad, so perfectly suitable place to put some kind of signage, because I don't see any kind of electrical or plumbing or anything like that like you would need for a food stand, so very interesting. Well folks, we finally made it to the future. It's a bench, it's a TV bench. Quite the investment. Document the dinner because I got a basic corn dog from Newman's Cafe, but I did notice that instead of the curly fries, it's just regular fries. I wonder if they're out or if we're just doing these kinds of fries now. Very interesting.
You'll see why. He was like, I'm a little confused. All right. We are standing in Senior Sauceman's living room where all of his treasures were left behind. As you can see, he was so successful, right? Not really. He disappeared. I don't know what happened. Okay, and in his treasures, we were able to find a clue to what happened here in Casa all those many years ago. And I'm going to share that film with you. Are you ready?
August 1962. The Peacock Idol persists in summoning adventurers of expertise and novice alike from around the world to Six Flags over Texas. They've all heard the famed fables of fortune surrounding this arguing abyss. But stranger tales have surfaced. Intrepid explorers experience loss of balance and skepticism of their senses inside Casa Magnetica. Could it be that they're too close to Sauceman's marauded Mayan magnetic peacock? The reports reach attraction specialist Randall Dould, who agrees to map the mysterious site at Six Flags. Our newsreel cameras accompany Randall Dould as he enters the mysterious cave to rid the park of the Peacock Idol. Disaster develops as Dould disappears, never to be heard from again. 6 decades later, we're happy to invite you to explore beyond the bamboo forest, through the enchanted cave, and into the magical milieu of Casa Magnetica, where gravity has given Mother Nature a topsy-turvy tear. And now, time for adventure. Call upon the peacock to guide you. May the feathered friend find you favor.
All right, explorers, you guys ready for your adventure?
Yo tengo miedo.
¿Tienes miedo, Tony?
Welcome everyone. Welcome.
So I was finally able to show you all inside Casa Magnetica, finally, and they didn't do the show. You saw the pre-show room with the cool video, which is really awesome. There's actually a new refreshed storyline. Unfortunately, when we got into the house, they weren't doing anything, so I don't know. I will say though, it does look really good. So since I only got regular fries at Newman's, I wanted to kind of do a little more research. So here next to Bugs Bunny Boomtown, you have Granny's Grill, which used to have hot dogs and kettle chips. And you can see on their menu, they have gotten rid of the kettle chips and they are just serving regular fries. So we knew that Oliver's Tavern got rid of the tater tots, but it looks like they slimmed that down even more. One thing I appreciate is I've seen a handful of these portable hand washing stations pop back, which I love just in general. Nothing to do with pandemic or anything like that. It's just nice to be able to wash your hands not in the restroom. And the other positive thing to note is that because they've relaxed their COVID guidelines, they have reopened this adventure camp kind of playground area here in Bugs Bunny Boomtown. So if this is something that your kids were missing out on, it is reopened. I stopped off in Looney Tunes Mall and you can see they've got this Six Flags Over Texas 60th anniversary pin. I'm gonna snag one of these. It's $8.99. But the other awesome thing they have is not only do they have the Texas Giant nano coaster layout, they have the train that you can build. So let's check the price on that. $37.99. So very fun, and man, that thing is heavy. So those are very cool, but they are now on sale. The sun is starting to set here at Six Flags Over Texas, and I really love the park at night. But even though Viva La Fiesta is over, it does look like they've kept up a lot of the decor in the Mexico and Spain section. So hopefully this just stays up, because it really, you know, adds a lot of life to this area. And you can see, I'm not gonna quite walk down there, but you can see they've still got tons of decor up in the Spain section as well. I love the flower pieces on the lamps and such, so very nice.
God bless America, my home, sweet home, with a trombone, yeah.
All that Texas, each one a symbol of a new adventure land. Six Flags Over Texas, they are stepped in the picture with the funds unrun. Where history's delighting, romantic and exciting, great selfless welcome to the world.
All right, everyone, that does it for this visit to Six Flags Over Texas. Incredibly pleasant visit. This is probably the best visit I've had in a few years. The crowds were low, the weather was perfect. We're finally getting to a point where anyone who is vaccinated can pretty much walk around without a mask worry-free. Now, of course, if you want to keep wearing your mask at the park, you're more than welcome to. There's nothing wrong with that. But it was just, it felt a little weird, to be honest with you, but it was very nice to not have something on my face. There's so much great stuff happening around the park. You can see they're doing, you know, tons of work, and looks like they're trying to, you know, continue bringing all that charm back to the park that it's slowly lost over time. We're excited for the Best of Texas to be coming back. It's going to be starting next weekend and going through the beginning of August, so pretty much through the whole summer. And if it's anything like it was in the past, it's going to be tons of fun, and we'll try to have info on that as soon as we can. If y'all have any questions about Six Flags Over Texas, please let us know in the comments below. Also, make sure to check out sfotsource.com, where you can find the latest updates about the park, a history timeline, thousands of pictures, pretty much any information you want to know about rides, dining locations, entertainment, etc., etc. The other thing I want to point out is that we will be participating in the Coasting for Kids fundraiser, and I'll have a little bit more information on that in the future. But I do have a link in the description below if you'd like to donate to this. This money will go to the Give Kids the World Village in Orlando, and this goes to kids in need who are visiting the Orlando area, visiting those theme parks. And these are kids who, you know, they're critically ill, they might not make it, so it's a great place, a great cause. And of course, there's other ways to actually help this out, because any merchandise sales that we have from now until the event, we will donate directly. So if you want to buy a t-shirt, any money we make off of that will go towards that fundraising event. And we just came out with a brand new kind of vintagey Shockwave Texas t-shirt. So make sure to check that out, because I personally feel like it's one of our cooler merchandise options. I also want to say a huge thank you to our patrons, and just like with our merchandise, any money that we make on Patreon from our patrons will go towards the Give Kids the World event. So basically any money from like March to July, all of that we're going to donate to the event. So huge thank you to our patrons for your continued support. Thank you all for watching, and we'll see you soon at a theme park.